Hi, Angela. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's lovely to be here.
Angela, I need your help. So you are, as I said, you're currently on the City of Sydney Council. I need help in interviewing our current Deputy Lord Mayor of Melbourne. His name is Aaron Wood, and he's running to be the Mayor of Melbourne. I know nothing about him or how council elections work, so that's what I'm going to be asking him. But because you're on the inside, what should I be looking for in this interview in a couple of hours' time?
So I would really be interested to know where his political affiliations sit.
Mm.
I haven't seen anything in his material that says I'm a Liberal candidate or a Labor candidate or a Greens candidate. It may not be obvious which party he has an alliance or an allegiance to, but it should matter to the people that may vote for him.
So that does have an effect, just as it does at state and federal. If I find out he's a Greens poly or a Labor poly or whatever, will that influence the way he runs things?
Absolutely. And it will influence who he listens to and who he
Right.
takes advice from
Right.
and what his agenda is. So he would want to align the City of Melbourne's agenda to make sure that it reflects the state and federal agendas as well. And it also would sort of stop him from making comments on when those parties bring down policy or legislation. So who does he owe his loyalty to?
Okay. And of course, we're talking about Aaron Wood, but I have no particular attachment to any candidate for the council election. So that would be the same for all of them. We need to be seeing who their loyalties are to.
Absolutely. You've got to peel back the layers. There's no point them saying, I'm running for the City of Melbourne, when we know that every major city in Australia is significant and politically they play a huge role. Look how the City of Melbourne is affected more than any other capital city by the lockdowns right now. So you would want to know, is he for federal government, the sitting federal government, or against?
Okay. All right. Well, I'll ask him those sort of questions. Now, how do these things work? Would he end up being a full-time politician in there? Is that how it works in Sydney?
Yes, a mayor is considered full-time. There are different setups right around the country. Brisbane or Queensland, for instance, Brisbane Council is what they call a super council.
Right.
So the people that are elected to Brisbane Council mimic or mirror positions in state and federal cabinet. They have portfolios, they're paid that way. It's not the case in New South Wales. I can assure you, councillors in New South Wales are not considered tier one, like super councils in Brisbane.
Yes.
So it is a little bit different state to state, but it's full-time, definitely, clearly, in Melbourne.
Okay. All right. So I'll ask him that. Is there anything else I should be on the lookout for in general when I interview this guy or any other front runners for mayor?
So it's interesting to ask them when election time comes up with all politicians, and this is the same impact that happens to me, and it's everywhere in Australia, whether it's local, state or federal government. In particular, local government affects people on the ground immediately. So often all the policies that local government has can change a person's life very quickly, whether it's business policies, residential policies. Gone are the days and it was just roads, rates and rubbish for any council.
Right.
It's always a lot more than that. However, the difference is who will they stand up for? And pre-election, they'll come out with great policies and promise to fund 100 different things and vote for me and you'll get all these things. I want to know, do they care about the little guy and the individual or only the squeaky wheel?
Okay. Well, Angela, listen, thank you for coming on and giving me some ideas on how to interview this guy. I'm a little bit nervous about it.
No, don't be. He should be nervous.
Oh, really? I guess we're putting him in front of tens of thousands of people. So, no, look, thank you for being a friend of the show. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more of you.
I look forward to it. And to all the small businesses in Melbourne and in Victoria, on behalf of New South Wales, we feel for you, but hang in there because things will get better.
Amazing. Thank you, Angela. Amazing. Thank you. You're obviously well seasoned in this one take and it's done.
That wasn't hard hitting. Not that you're not great, but no skin off my nose, right?
Yeah.
With Aaron. I mean, I've tried to reach out to him online.
Yeah.
And it's typical politician facade right now.
Yes.
His engagement online is one way.
Yes.
And that's a no-no. When the political machine steps in for election time and engagement is only one way, that to me is a symptom of what it looks like later.
So why would they do that? They're trying to get into what? They just enjoy the power? They just want to sit there and run the joint?
Absolutely. Yeah. And sometimes people are plants from mainstream parties. They're backed, they're endorsed behind the scenes, you know, the silent, faceless
Yes.
kingmakers behind the scenes, and they put people in certain positions to swing balances.
Yeah.
So he may not, I don't know what the polling is in Melbourne, he may not stand a chance of being Lord Mayor. He probably will be re-elected and be able to cause enough problems inside council to swing votes a certain way. Just because you're a Lord Mayor doesn't mean you're automatically, it's not a dictatorship. So there's
kind of is down here.
but that's the makeup of the council laws and who votes. And often that's where the true influence is, not in the one, but in the numbers that are behind the scenes. So she may find the Lord Mayor, you know, if she does get re-elected, she may find that her power is greatly reduced.
Okay, I get that. So would he be trying to topple her right now? Is that probably what's going on?
Yes. So the more people he gets elected on his ticket,
Tim,
more power he will have, even without being Lord Mayor.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, such a
so
game.
It's not always, you know, it's like the crossbenchers in federal and state government, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't have to be the Prime Minister or the Premier to change the vote.
Right. Yeah, so I understand what you're saying.
That's where the real balance, that's where the real power lies in, can you change an outcome, not have you got a title?